Good Monday morning, everybody. It is week 16, the final week of classes. So we're almost done. Most of you aren't as almost done as you should be, though. Remember, last week I didn't have anything for you to do except to read The Importance of Being Earnest and make a posting on it. I think 2 students did that. Folks, you shouldn't have to do The Importance of Being Earnest this week. You should have done it last week while I was reading your first drafts. All you should have to do this week is to actually write those first drafts. But now you've got 2 things to do. You've got to read an entire play and do the posting on it, and you've got to write your final drafts. And that's for those of you that actually bothered to turn in a first draft. If you did not turn in a first draft, then I hope that the draft that you do turn in for a grade is better than I expect. But that's not usually the case. Those that did turn in first drafts, it took me all week to get through the readings. I think I got the last one done on Friday. And I gave you lots and lots and lots of notes. I've gone in and seen that not everybody's looked at my notes yet, but for those of you that have, I hope you find them helpful. Most of you opted for the written version, which is why it took me so long. I think only 2 students came into my office and actually talked to me about it that way, and nobody chose the phone option, which would have still been a lot less time and a lot easier than having to go through these drafts and make note after note after note. If you go into the feedback section of the Dropbox, you'll see that I've attached a handout to it that will actually show you how to see my comments. And please, after the time I spent on your essay, take the time to read my comments and take the time to take them seriously and take the time to go through and make the changes that I've asked for. If I find out that you've submitted the same paper for a grade that you submitted as a first draft after I spent all that time on it, your grade's not going to be very good. Let's put it that way. So, I do this making you do 2 drafts as a way to help you write better papers. So please, please, please take the time to do that. And again, get those postings on The Importance of Being Earnest in, because Earnest will appear on the final exam. As for the final exam, I'm going to put up a video towards the end of the week, and the final exam will open at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. This is very important that you know that you have until next Wednesday to take the final exam, and then it will shut down. It won't be a full week thing like the rest of the assignments have been, because I've got to get that exam graded and the grade, your final grade, to the registrar by Friday. So because of that, you definitely need to get that research paper in. The Dropbox for the research paper will shut down on Sunday night. And I will take no excuses after that, because I'm going to have to get these papers graded as well. But the deadline is Friday, and I would recommend, if you're in the position where you could have an A in the class for the semester, that you get that research paper into me for a grade before Friday, so that I'll have time to grade it before Saturday and give you my comments, or give you your grade and see if you've exempted. The only way to exempt the final exam is to have an A average in the class for the semester on the work from the postings and from the exams and from the research paper. If you are exempted from the exam, I will go ahead and send you an email saying congratulations, you don't have to take the final. If it turns out, however, you don't get an email from me, it means that your grade is not an A. You can also go into the grades and see what your grade is. If there's a grade button on the top, that black ribbon on top of the screen on the D2L page, it says grades. You can go in there and see where you stand. You should be able to see your final grade. At least I think you should. I've set it up so that you should, but sometimes D2L isn't as cooperative as necessary. So give me time to grade that final research paper and to grade your earnest posting, so that I can tell you whether you're exempted or not. Because if you turn in your exam on Sunday night, chances are you might as well just go ahead and take the final, because I may not have time to grade that research paper before the exam time runs out. So do yourself and me that favor. Alright, so that's about it. That's all I have. Again, I'll post one final video towards the end of the week. I want to say probably around Friday. So stay tuned for that. And be cognizant of the schedule. Remember what all the due dates are, and you should do just fine.